Oh hi, it's your boy Ray. Today is oddly enough November 11th, 2013. It is Veterans Day, so thank you to all the servicemen and women of the military and old veterans alike. This day is for you, so thank you. But yeah, today is November 11th, 2013, and the time of this vlog right now, when I'm recording this vlog right now, it's about 4 o'clock, quarter after 4 a.m. in the morning. Why? Because there's a couple things that why I'm awake right now. Because um I was playing video games with my friends, and we're playing Borderlands 2, and I was kind of on this enlightened moment where I actually got my video software recording settings right. So I was like, dude, I'm gonna play around with this all freaking day. And so once it got on in the evening, which is usually the time where my friends and I start playing Borderlands 2. We got some stuff done. I actually recorded the video and uploaded it on my YouTube channel just a bit earlier than when I'm gonna upload this video, and I uploaded that. I think the quality, even though the quality is fair, I guess, I wasn't experiencing any frame drops, which is what I've been seeing because I've been playing around with the settings so fucking much that I've been like, oh man, why am I gonna be frame drops? Why am I gonna be stutters? Now I'm actually getting everything right, and even I'm recording the vlog off the original software that I wanted to use. So yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, 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 yeah. So anyways, recorded that, played around with video editing stuff like that, and that's like hours and hours, and I realized I missed my last meal for the day. So I got my last meal, a little over an hour ago. So I'm like, I'm still awake, so why not just kind of talk myself to sleep, maybe? So I'm gonna try to talk myself to sleep while I'm still wired up by carbs. Carbs. Ugh. Anyways, let's get into the plan of the week really quick. So before I talk about anything about what I'm doing this week, I just want to mention that this week is officially my last week of my off season. Ooh, baby. Ow! Last week of my off season. So next week I'm going to start my contest prep. So anything about contest prep, I'm going to start it next week. Next vlog, the next Monday vlog. So I'll talk about how I'm approaching it, weightlifting stuff, or how am I approaching it weight in my weightlifting regimen, um, nutrition, roughly no numbers, but roughly how I'm gonna approach it nutrition wise. Definitely the cardio. I got to start doing cardio. Actually, this week I'm gonna do a little bit of cardio, kind of just to get the feel of it. So what I'm gonna do cardio, how I'm gonna approach it, and I guess goals. We'll talk about goals for next week. So yeah, save that all for later. Let's talk about what I'm doing this week. So what I want to do this week for the weightlifting side of things is that I want to I wanted to well first off I wanted to treat this week more like a deload week. Like I actually thought about making this week a deload week so that way I kind of feel rested and refreshed going into contest prep. So I kind of thought about that, but then I realized I'm not really tired or exhausted yet. So usually when you do a deload, it's like the feeling of it is like you're really stressed. You're not you're trying to break through plateaus, but it just doesn't seem like you're progressing forward. It's more like you're taking like a couple steps back. So once you get that feeling, then it's like okay, deload. So for intermediate lifters, it doesn't happen too often because realize when you have that realization, it's just more like okay, we'll switch things up and do something else, right? So usually you have a deload it's when the feeling is right. So I don't take a lot of deloads. Hmm, I think I've had one deload over the course of this whole year, so the whole year up until this point when I started my contest prep. So I think I only had one deload. Hmm. Think about it. So, anyways, yeah, I didn't want to treat this as a deload, but rather I wanted to experiment with exercises that I kind of just like pushed aside. That it didn't work for me, or it felt like it was an uncomfortable movement. It just didn't seem like I'm getting any sort of I want to say stimulation, but I just don't feel any effort in doing the movement. So I push those exercises aside because it just doesn't work. So now that I'm more knowledgeable about myself, my motor mechanics, my body mechanics, I'm a really textbook kind of guy. Why not revisit those movements again? Now that I do have a better understanding of my body, why not give it a shot again? So, for example, My rowing movements consist of either cables or dumbbell rows. Simple as that. I love unilateral movements compared to bilateral movements, so I definitely favor cables and dumbbells a lot. And I could feel the range of motion a lot, when I'm doing dumbbells, either or when I'm doing cables or dumbbells, whether I'm doing it either both hands with an attachment on the cables, or doing it one arm at a time with dumbbells, or a one hand attachment. I just can't seem to get it right when I'm doing a bent over barbell row. For some odd reason, I just can't get it right. Like you see people at the gym, right? You do the barbell row. I can't see it, but you know, uh, what you really want to do is make sure you're leaning forward, and then you're making sure you're just contracting it back, right? But when I do it, when I see a lot of people do it, so I'm also a culprit with this as well. You do a dumbbell row, you lean forward, and you kind of put your traps into it. It's like it's really hard to get it up there, so it's like ooh, ooh, ooh. So you're kind of doing this one. So that's how I do it. I'm a culprit of it. So when I realized I started doing this a lot, man, just that shrugging motion, I'm like, I'm not doing it right. So I just threw that out the window, and I stuck with doing cable rows, just using various attachments, doing either like a high pull towards the chest or a low pull towards the stomach. I've been hitting those types of various movements, and it works for me. It works for me. So yesterday I tried out bent over rows with mind that I want to do this mechanically correct, and so that's what I did. I did a low weights, I think like 3 sets of 10, and I progressed up in weight. So I had some progression out of it, but I wanted to take things slow and make sure that going up an increase was fine, or increasing the weight while maintaining good technique. I had to make sure that was fine. So I wanted to get that over. So yeah, I want to revisit a lot of things. There's a lot of exercises that I know that I pushed aside, and I want to revisit them. The leg stuff, all that stuff is on lockdown. Every single leg exercise that I know, I'm going to utilize it for the next prep. But upper body, this is mainly all for upper body stuff. There's a lot of things that I hate that I'm going to give it a shot. One last example, skull crushers. I hate skull crushers. I just hate them. But anyways, that's the bodybuilding approach. Hopefully, like using those new movements, I can incorporate them into the new routine that I'm going to go to once I start my contest prep. That way, I have this whole plethora of exercises to use to kind of switch things up. So, but I'll talk about all that stuff next week. Nutrition wise, I'm right now 159, 160, kind of jumping up and down in there. And last year, like around this time, I was like 160 around this time. So it's weird being at the same weights where you kind of don't want to be at, but this is what off season did to me. So but compared to last year I was a fat 160. This year I'm a lean bulk 160. So yeah, I got something on me. I got something on me from last year. So I got you, Ray. I got you, Ray. I don't know what I'm looking at, but somewhere over there would be me, the past me, whatever. Anyways, yeah, I want to maintain my weight throughout the whole week. If I gained a pound at the end of this, or like pound and a half, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care because in my mind next week I'm just gonna just cut that off really quick. Um so the benefit of like this week gaining a pound is just gonna go out the window once I start my cut next week. So yeah, so I don't care. But anyways, I'm just coasting. So I'm just gonna coast. Nothing too drastic. Not gonna change anything up. Just kind of keep doing what I do. Keep doing what I do, baby. So yeah. Um let's see. Uh, cardio. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of cardio this week to kind of get used to it. I haven't done cardio throughout this whole off season, so it's definitely. I just want to get back into it slowly, just to kind of get the feel of it. Otherwise, the moment I start cardio and I'm like, fuck this, I don't want to do cardio. I don't want to get into that mindset. I want to make sure that I kind of reactivate the muscle memory for cardio, and then then it'll be fine. I just gotta power through it rather than I hate this crap. I hate this crap. So how I'm gonna approach cardio for next prep, like I said, I'll talk about that stuff next week. So stuff, contest prep next week, dog. Next week. Um, hmm, what else I want to talk about? So that's pretty much what I wanted to mention for today. The weightlifting approach this week, nutrition, just so this is my current weight right now, and cardio, just a reintroduction of cardio again because I haven't done cardio throughout this whole prep. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. So I do plan to have my last meals Saturday. So that I mean last meals, not one meal, not two, but three meals. That's gonna be just kind of. I'm just gonna spoil this really quick. It's gonna be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Those are the meals, right? Those are the meals. And I'm probably gonna do a vlog on that. I'm gonna make it funny, so I'm not gonna take it too seriously. But I just wanna kind of put out a vlog on that. I wanna, because I'm gonna have my last meals. And it's gonna be good. It's good. I never had last meals in last year's prep. I never had a last meal. It was just like, okay, off the bat, I wanted to start eating right now. Or I probably think like my last meal was my being at my friend's wedding. I think that was probably like my last meal where I actually started to say, yeah, I need to cut. I need to cut. Anyways, yeah, that's it for the vlog this week. Or not the vlog this week. That's it for the vlog today. So I definitely want to go to sleep right now. Otherwise, I'm gonna be up 6 o'clock in the morning playing video games, playing with video editing stuff, and yeah, it gets addicting. It gets addicting. I'll tell you that. Once you get into this like really cool creative mode, or especially for me, once I get into this creative mode, I start working on it. I sit down, I'm just blank stares. I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this. So maybe I should have a heart, right? And in that heart will be like a taco, So I have these weird ass concepts once I sit down. Anyways, that's just me being a writer. So that's the vlog. I'll see everybody for Thursday. Right? Peace. Well, actually, it's supposed to be bye. Peace. Then the dance.